Okay, we're going to look at a technique for creating an ear. And this was something that I came up with. So let's see how this works. I'm going to go into my left view and draw out a plane. I'm going to hit G to get rid of the grid so that we don't have all those extra lines. I'm going to go in the Modify tab and hit F4 so we can see the extra geometry in here. And I'm just going to right click on these spinners here to get rid of that. Now let's go into the material editor, and I'm just going to drag material there, go to the diffuse button and pick bitmap, and the image I want is a picture I took of my own ear, so I'm not using something I just pulled off the internet. So I would encourage you to get into the habit of creating your own images to use. Alright, let's click on the Show Map and Viewport button. Okay, so there's my ear. And we can play with the shape just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go into perspective. I'm going to bring my grid back so I can see where it is, just so I can pull this back. And now I'll go back into my left view and just position it. It doesn't really have to be anywhere here in particular. Okay, so now we're in our left view. I'm going to go to the Modify tab, the Create tab here, and we need to create a cylinder. So I'll just pull that out. Go to the Modify tab, hit Perspective, and just look at this. Now, we do need to make some changes here. It doesn't need to be this thick. Don't need that many side elements. I just need 2. 3 cap segments should be good. And instead of 18 sides, I want it to be 16. Okay. So let's change that height just a little bit. Okay, something like that. Okay, so I'm just going to convert this to an editable poly. And I'm going to go to my front view, polygon mode, just drag across these back ones like that, and then come back here with Alt and select the side ones out so that when you go into perspective you can see that just these back polygons were selected, and then hit delete. Cool. Alright, so now from the left view, you can hit Alt X and go into transparency mode, but this to me still leaves something to be desired because it sort of obscures the image plane a little bit. So here's what I prefer to do. I'm going to get out of transparency mode. First of all, I'm going to make this a darker color too. Okay. Now I'm going to add a material on here. Alright. And actually this is where I was going to change it to this color. Just something darker. And for now I'm just going to bring the opacity down to 0. And let's see how that works. Okay, let's get rid of the material editor. Now, the only thing that you need to remember right off the bat is that you have multiple vertices here. You have 3 on the sides, but you only have individual vertices here in the center. So in the center you can just kind of click and drag. On the side you have to drag over it and then drag. Okay, so what we're trying to do here, we just want to look at the obvious lines that are occurring, on this ear, and then start to move things into place.